Very incredible,
Thank
guys. So good. Welcome in, everyone. If you're just joining us, this is our band show, episode number 19. We are live with the Schwegs, and if you didn't know their name prior, it's going to be very hard for you to forget it after this. And that much we know is true. With that said, I would love to get to that dinosaur question posed by our amazing audience in the chat. But before I do that, I want to introduce my co-producer, the man switching the show, Patrick W. Huber. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Hey, what's going on? Thank you, Christian, for, introducing me. And thank you to the Schwegs for joining us and having a very great set tonight, playing for our audience.
Thank you for having us,
Thank
Pat.
you
We really
for having
appreciate
us.
it.
Thank you, Pat.
Yeah, one amazing audience member, Sam and Samantha Adore, says, "Do you know my name is just my favorite?" And I added the just, but it felt more personal that way.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, audience, for commenting bananas and
Bananas.
asking great questions like, what is everyone in the band's favorite dinosaur? Let's start with Charles and make our way around the room from Dom, Ian, and then Bernie.
The Ankylosaurus, the one with the
Ankylosaurus.
is that the Ankylosaurus?
That's
the one with the
basic,
spiky
yeah.
tail.
Yeah, that's basic.
Yeah, Anguirus from Godzilla. It's Anguirus, bro.
Oh,
That's why he's fire.
From Godzilla?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
fire.
okay,
It's the
okay.
I love Godzilla.
Okay, word. I feel you now.
Great, Dom.
Archaeopteryx.
Ooh.
You guys have some hipster picks. I love it. Ian, what about you?
Carnosaurus.
Brontosaurus.
Nice.
They're chill.
Carnival
They are pretty
Saurus.
chill. I feel like one of the closest ones you could come to petting.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of questions, Pat, we've been talking about this band and how they just seem to be riding a wave of success, and
thank you.
good music leads to good things coming their way. And I know you had a question you'd like to ask them, so I'm happy to turn it over to you.
Yeah, when we knew the Schwegs were coming on the show, we were doing some research and checked out their website, and they had this winner of Battle of the Bands, and I had definitely told them we're going to address that on the air. So I'm curious, like, how was the Battle of the Bands? And, tell us a little bit about participating. And you won the thing, is my understanding.
Yes.
So how excited are you?
I'm thrilled that we did. I'm so happy and thankful because they were all really good, and it's just
Yeah.
it was really amazing that we won. So, yeah.
Where was this, and what was the competition like?
It was at City Winery in Montgomery, and my mom's friend found out about it, but and she knew of the Schwegs, so he was like, "Hey, we should get the Schwegs in there." And then I just emailed them. They were like, "All right, you're in." So you're in. But yeah.
Awesome.
Very
And
fun.
what's the prize? I know sometimes they really hook you up, whether it be studio time or some
Yes.
photography. What was that like?
We got studio time at Nada Studios in Montgomery, I think.
Oh,
it
with
was.
John
was
McClaria.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Very
awesome.
great. I've had songs mixed by John before.
We just recorded our song. Was that last Thursday?
Yeah.
Last Thursday.
Yeah, that
Last
was-
Tuesday, yeah.
No wonder they sound so good. Aside from your musicianship, if there's anyone to go to, John is the real deal. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. And so you guys said something about one of the songs in that last set isn't on Spotify, but it will be soon.
Yes.
What's the deal with that? Where can we and when can we expect it, and where can we listen to it now?
So that's a great question that I don't have an answer for you yet. Right now we have
Work in progress.
those first four that we played so far. Those are all going to be on our first album, which is being mastered right now.
Shout out to Tony.
Yeah,
Yeah, shout out to Tony
Big Tone.
DeMarco. He's the GOAT.
Yeah.
Tone.
But we are still kind of working on that. It was definite work in progress. It took us
2 years.
A year and a half.
Year and a half.
Oh.
to-
Last January.
yeah, to get it recorded. But we're mastering it now, like I said, and hopefully we can get it out by the end of summer. I think mid-August is the
I
goal.
think it'll actually be done this time for real this time. I'm not
For
just
real.
saying that
Yes.
this time.
But
I feel confident about it.
those later songs we're talking about, the one that we recorded at Nada, that's going to be on we're planning to do like a 4 or 5 song EP of just
Yeah.
2 songs we pulled from the album. We recorded 12, but we're only going to release 10. A song we recorded here at DCC actually, and then that song from Nada, and then maybe just like an acoustic version of something from the album. And we're going to do like an EP sometime in December. Just it's already recorded. Just kind of keep a backlog of everything, and
Yeah.
hopefully we're going to record again at Nada in December.
Yeah.
That's our plan.
I think so.
Yeah.
December or January,
we
whatever.
gotta
He
commit
books
to
a
it,
lot.
but
It's not free this time.
No, it's not.
yeah.
Hey, so that sounds great. That you're, producing the first album and ready to go. It's once the album's out, what's your future plans beyond that? Are you planning on organizing some sort of tour or like making some music videos? Like, what is your interest?
Definitely music videos.
Yeah,
for
sure.
Definitely just like increasing that social media output. We gotta all our friends. We love our friends. They're all gonna help us out. They're great.
Yeah.
So we're gonna probably focus on that, and then from that you would get gigs and work on merch. Office keeping stuff, I guess.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we have the catalog now, so it's just kind of like trying to get our name out there. So what the 9th is we plan to actually just start filming stuff for social media and just kind of releasing things, trying to get that ball rolling.
It's a big part of it. As much of it could seem like a pain at times,
Oh,
I
for
think you
sure.
guys do have something special. So, I mean, I would hope that you really put the time in, as tedious as it can get.
Yeah.
And you clearly have some very talented friends too, to help you do some visuals.
Oh,
So
yeah.
a lot
Yes.
of our crew, and we'll definitely carve out a nice chunk of time to thank them later. But just as a precursor, these are mutual friends of our band show, and now new friends of all of us here in the Schwegs. That is. So let's talk a little more about this upcoming record. What can we expect from this album? Sonically and emotionally, and sort of maybe thematically even. What can you tell us about it?
It's gonna be loud and obnoxious.
It's peak.
It's
It
kind
is
of,
also-
yeah. It's kind of a mix because some of the stuff I write tends to be quieter, and Ian's stuff tends to be louder. So it's like really loud song, and then it's like really quiet song. But I don't know. I like it because it's like all our musical influences just like blended into one album, which I like. But
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like before when we were talking about influences, you have a jazz and funk drummer playing with someone whose favorite writer is what you said, Paul McCartney,
Yeah.
right? And the guitarist listens to metal,
Yeah.
and the bassist is a punk listener. So it's like, this weird kind of love child of all of those genres kind of coming together for one thing.
That's cool. My question now is like, what's the writing process like? You're saying you have these different styles, and they're definitely radically different. So how do you guys put the song together? Is it sort of just in isolation, and then you just kind of send out the information and be like, we're doing this, and then kind of when does the jamming together to flesh out the song come into play?
with me, the way like when I bring songs to everyone, I just kind of let them work it out themselves and just like to see what their influences are, and it just kind of makes it like one of a kind thing. But I feel like your process is a little different.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So what I do is I come up with the idea and I kind of obsess over it. There's this thing that, what is it, Taika Waititi did? I was listening to like an interview with him talking about when he wrote Jojo Rabbit. Like he had the script, ignored it for 2 years, and then when he went back to that script, he just wrote it from memory, right? So only what you remember is the important part, right? So I kind of adopt that philosophy to it. And then I kind of have the arrangement mostly done in my head. And I know it's a pain sometimes trying to explain it to everyone, especially Dominic. You're going to hear on the next song we play, this drum beat that he opens the song with. I don't know anything about drums. I don't know, like, I know there's a floor tom. I know there's a hi-hat. And like, he
Maybe
told
a
me,
couple
what is that
cymbals.
again? The ride. He told me what a ride cymbal was yesterday. Like, I don't know anything. So like, I was like 17 years old, like hand boning a drum beat. And I was like, can you play that? And he's like, what are you talking about, kind of thing. So wires get crossed sometimes.
There
but
is video of that.
There is a video of that?
explanation. Actually, I don't know if it's you doing the hand boning part. It's you trying to show me on the drums.
Oh
It's
my
even
God.
funnier.
Yeah.
I love that. That's actually really cool. Speaking to you guys throughout the course of the day, I feel like I, at times, hear all of the individual influences come together to make what we've been saying the whole time is a very unique sound. And I can't wait for this new record. Really very excited. And we'll certainly throw to your socials in a little bit. Make sure folks can keep up to date with all that. And if you guys are here watching, thank you. Thank you so very much. We really appreciate it. A lot of folks put a lot of work into this show. So the fact that so many of you come back month to month really does mean the world to us. And we'd like to just take one quick moment and ask you to support the show by liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing this with a friend. Not only will it help us here at our band show, but it will certainly help the band. And we would greatly appreciate that. So just to give a little love to the audience because they are so incredible, we do have another question from Samantha Dorr, who would like to know, essentially, what is the aesthetic inspiration behind what you guys wear and maybe even like how you rock out while performing?
Cottagecore. No.
I feel like I've been answering a lot, but I feel like the best way to answer it is we don't want to look like we're trying to look like something.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to put
We're
it.
our most genuine self.
Yeah.
We wear what we think, looks
think
fly.
is yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I tend to like go over the top sometimes to kind of contrast it because it's like an interesting like, oh, they're in like jeans and like a shirt, and I'm in like heels. So it's like I think it's cool that way.
So as a Weezer fan, basically what you're telling me is Weezer before they got stylists for Make Believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Pretty
love
much,
that. I
yeah.
love that so much. And we do love Weezer after they got stylists, by the way.
Oh yeah, Make Believe is a great album. I don't care what anyone says
It
about
is.
Beverly Hills. It is a
That
great
Perfect
album.
Situation video spoke to me as a kid.
It is a fantastic album.
It really is. It really is. But I definitely can see that. It feels very honest, very real, which I think is a compliment that can be said to so much about what we're, doing with you guys tonight, whether it be interviewing you or listening to you rock out. It's just been such a pleasure so far. So, I mean, I think that the best thing we could do is just jump into some more music because we're here and the band is absolutely incredible. So, guys, please be sure to do all the social media stuffs and things and support the show with clicking buttons for us. It really would mean the world. And, of course, follow the band. And with that said, I really do hope that the title of this next song can sort of engross some magic on this production that really does make sure that tonight never ends. But at least we can live it up in the moment. And just as long as we plug in super hard, tonight might end, but the power and amazing music won't. And so that's what we're trying to drive home here. So if you guys wouldn't mind jumping into this next set of music, we'd really appreciate that.
Dom, would you like to take a drum solo, my friend?
Drum solo.
Drum solo.
Han Solo.
Han Solo.